Darryl Virostko. Lived in Santa Cruz my whole life. I'm 38 years old. Been surfing Mavericks since I was 20, and I've won the contest 3 times in a row, and got some really good waves there over the years. Started surfing Mavericks when I was 20, so 1991, about, just getting out of high school, and just went up there on an afternoon, and ever since then it's been there, so 20 years almost. I actually heard about it from Vince Collier, a friend of mine, and he'd been hyping it for weeks and weeks, and we were like, we were so used to surfing the lane, steamer lane on the west side, that we were like, that was pretty big when it got big, and then once we went up there and we saw what Mavericks could produce and how big that was, it was amazing. We were like, we couldn't even believe that there was waves that big, or we had never seen waves that big, so it was pretty spectacular to have that in our backyard, and to utilize it over the years has been really nice. I was just super amazed. I was like, oh my gosh, what? I can't even believe this. And these waves are just so big, and the noise that they're making, the amount of water that was falling and turning over and everything was just the pure power of it all was just amazing, and the feeling you got from just the rush of just these waves sounding like thunder. And so ever since then, it's like that every time. I get so excited when I get out there. Even if I'm tired or whatever from paddling out, I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes, get pretty excited. I ride usually a 9/8 surfboard, thick, and something that paddles really good and gets in the waves early. You want to have something that you're kind of gliding when you're paddling, not fighting, fighting to get into the wave. It's not something that you want to make a habit. The feeling you get from riding a wave like that, you can't really, it's like if the wave's big enough and it's breaking in the bowl and you're in the right spot and you're going, you don't really see what's around you, how big it is, until like you're paddling back out and you see someone else take off on a wave and you're like, whoa, and so it's hard for you to realize how big of a wave you just rode, but to see someone else is puts you in the perspective that, wow, that's pretty nuts. Like, that's a big wave, Well, the scariest experience at Mavericks was probably I took off on a wave I just kind of caught my edge and fell down, and it kind of pushed me out the back of the wave, and so I was in the bowl then. The next wave was probably 25 feet, and just no one wanted the wave, and I was swimming at the wave with my board, and it sucked me back over, beat me. I almost died on the rocks. It was pretty bad, my leash was caught on the rocks, and I couldn't get it off because the water was pushing on my chest, like super heavy weight, and you can't get to your leash when it's just flattening you out because the surge of the water is so heavy. So it lasted probably seven waves, and I couldn't get it, and finally I think it either broke or I got it or something. But after that, I was just like, I pretty much cried that night in bed. I was just like, I was really like close to death. You go from really confident to like doing really good and catching a lot of waves, and then boom, all of a sudden you're in a situation where you're fighting for your life, and then all of a sudden, you're thinking about it because you let your brain start thinking about it, and so you got to just get right back out there the next swell, and that's what I did, and I overcame that, and now I know what to do, or what not to do. Excuse me. Probably favorite place in town is, a couple different places. The lane's definitely one of them. We have so many good surf spots that you don't get really too tired of too much. Mitchell's Cove, Natural Bridges, all these reefs in between the lane and Natural Bridges are pretty good, all year round. So, and it's small waves, and I think that helps a lot for Santa Cruz surfers at Mavericks, because we do ride small waves, and we do tricks, and we're into our small wave surfing as much as we are our big wave surfing. It really helps when you get out in the big waves too, because you're balanced and you're so used to doing airs and landing weird, and it's like your balance really comes into play. Winning Mavericks 3 times, the feeling that it gave me was just like, I was just like super stoked to win the first one, like right on, and then second one I was like, everyone's like, yeah, you gotta win again. And I did. It felt really good. That's when I beat Kelly Slater, and I won $30,000. So that felt pretty good. I came from a relatively like poor to middle class family. Where we didn't have a bunch of money, so winning those contests like that and having that money was highlight of my life. And then having that pressure to you got to win again, 2004, and it all worked out where I did, in the last seconds of the heat. It was just unbelievable, and I'm really happy with what I've done in surfing, especially at Mavericks. And the drive for these next now is just because I do feel good and I'm taking care of myself and not partying no more, just clean and sober and healthy, and probably felt better than I ever felt. So I'm excited to feel good and be out there and just catch some waves and just have fun.